Welcome back to another 90 Day Fiancé recap. Let's talk about The Other Way Season 7, Episode 2. I feel like this is such a great season. I'm loving it so far. I know we're only on Episode 2, but I love that Jenny and Sumit are back. And I also love the new couples and their storyline so far. So without further ado, let's just get right into it, starting with Jenny and Sumit. So Jenny and Sumit are trying to figure out where to put her 5 bags of shoes. I don't know why anyone needs 5 bags of shoes, especially her when she doesn't go anywhere. But whatever, Sumit can't really focus on where to put the 5 bags of shoes because his nephew is constantly jumping all over him wanting to play. And he does that thing where I think a lot of adults do who are sick of a child and they just want that child to leave them the fork alone do. And he's like, go to your mom, she has something for you. And then the child finally runs away and Sumit lets out a big sigh of relief and he's like, thank God. And I felt that, I really did, because I have done that a time or 2 or 3 or 4 or 500. Well, it's time for Jenny to cook the family dinner to make a great first impression for her in-laws. And Shri, the sister-in-law, helps her in the kitchen and she asks her, so what are you going to make, Jenny? And she goes, I'm making Italian cuisine. My family back home goes crazy over it. Everybody loves it. It's called spaghetti. Oh, okay. Mother-in-law stops by the kitchen and she's admiring her view. Her 2 daughter-in-laws are working together in the kitchen for the family and she just loves it.
Jenny, क्या बना रहे हो?
Spaghetti.
Wow.
I hope you like it.
Now, according to Jenny, the only thing she knows how to make is spaghetti, and I have to agree with Sumit. Jenny's version of spaghetti is not cooking. Absolutely not. I can make better spaghetti than her, and you guys know that I hate to cook. Like, I do the bare minimum too, but she does way less than I do. Like, that's bad. All she did was she cooked the noodles and poured the jar of ragu sauce over it, and she didn't even pour enough sauce. Like, the ratio wasn't even right, and then she sprinkled some Parmesan cheese over it. I at least put onions and garlic, sometimes bell peppers, saute it, then add sauce. Also, how are you going to choose ragu sauce out of all the marinara sauces that they offer? No offense for you ragu lovers, but I think it tastes like crap. I prefer Rose, however you pronounce it. That sauce is so good. I know it's more expensive, but like, it's worth the extra dollars. You know what I mean? It's so good. Jenny could have added chicken for protein. She could have breaded some chicken breast, gotten some mozzarella cheese, and then made chicken parmesan. That would have been so much better than that crap she made. I mean, if she was going to make that, she would have been better off getting like frozen spaghetti. I don't know, people like Jenny bother the crap out of me when people don't make an effort. They don't care. They just do the bare minimum because they don't want to do it. And I don't fuck with people like that in real life. And on top of making the worst spaghetti ever, she didn't even make that right. She undercooked the noodles and she didn't even season it. She didn't salt it. She didn't even taste it to make sure that it was seasoned like enough. Like there was no salt, no pepper, nothing. She tells everyone, oh, this is my secret weapon. It's the Parmesan cheese. Everyone takes a bite and they're like, interesting. She weaponized her incompetence. She wanted everybody to know that she cannot cook. And so hopefully nobody will ask her anymore. Even in the interview when Sadma was like, oh, that was so bad. Okay, I'm not gonna cook you spaghetti no more.
Okay, I'm not cooking spaghetti for you no more.
Girl, then try harder. But Sadma does not fall for it. She tells Jenny that she's going to start cooking daily starting tomorrow. And Jenny goes, okay, I will make spaghetti every single night. And Mom's like, no, you're not. Oh, but Sumit can cook. I don't know how to cook. Sumit can do it. We'll teach you. Don't worry. We're going to teach you. Oh, but I'm going to work at the cafe. I don't want to come home from work and cook for everybody. I'm going to be too tired. Side note, the family opened up a cafe after Sumit lost his job. So they're all going to work there together. And that is another dumpster fire that we're going to get into.
Sumit knows how to cook.
No, cafe
Me too. I'm cafe with Sumit.
But Mom tells Jenny in Indian culture, women do the domestic labor even though they have a full day of work.
यार बच्ची नहीं है Jenny. थोड़ा एक समझदार lady की तरह.
And Jenny looks so shocked and so surprised and she's like, oh, but my age, oh, no. You know, she complains, but like I love how Sadma is not taking any of Jenny's excuses. She's probably thinking, I don't give a shit about this old hag and what she wants to do and what she doesn't want to do. I did it for 50 years, so she can do it for however long she's got left. I know that's dark, but that's honestly probably what she's thinking. I don't know if she's going to try to like secretly poison her in her sleep.
Bruh, chill.
I don't know. But I think Sadma has a plan in mind. Jenny does not want to cook. So she's like, I don't want to cook, but I can clean. I love to clean. Really? Does anyone remember how absolutely disgusting her kitchen was in the last season? She does not like to clean.
This is only day one. I don't know what the future's gonna hold.
So the next morning, Shri and Sadhna are in the kitchen while Jenny's scrolling on her phone in her bed. Girl, you gotta get up. You gotta go help them. They've been in the kitchen for like an hour before you. You can't just be in bed. Okay, Sumit, can I go out in my pajamas? No, you have to change. So Jenny's super annoyed that she has to get up early and work in the kitchen. I mean, that is hilarious. Like at her age, when she's retired and she has to like serve everybody because like serve people that are younger than her because she decided to marry a man where that is normal in their culture who is 35 years younger than her. I mean, whatever. She made her bed. She strolls into the kitchen and Sadhna's like, oh, Jenny, you're finally up. I want tea. No, coffee. I'm gonna make coffee. No, she's telling you she wants tea. Like, you need to make the tea for her. Okay.
Oh my God.
As soon as she's done making the mom tea, she escapes with Sumit by going to the cafe. Jenny's gonna do whatever she can to make sure the cafe is successful, because if it's not and they don't make any money, then she's gonna be stuck in Sumit's parents' house forever, and she does not want that. So they get to the cafe, and it's in the same section as other, like 5 other cafes. I guess it's in like a food court area, and I'm thinking that's a lot of competition. And then we see their space, and it's teeny tiny. They start arguing about how small it is and how they're going to fit any proper equipment in there.
Because remember, according to Gino, you need the proper equipment.
A lot is writing on this cafe. Sumit's dad is coming out of retirement to work there. His brother is about to quit his job to work there. Jenny, with her bad back and her bad legs and her bad bones, is about to work there. Mom is also going to work. Everybody's going to, there's so much writing on this damn cafe, and it is teeny tiny. And then we learn that there's like no plumbing. There's no way to get running water.
Worst part is we don't have any water inlet or water outlet over here. So we need to stock up water.
Are you freaking kidding me? How is this going to work? Who thought this was a good idea? Sumit goes to the nearby cafes to try out some of their food because, you know, they're technically competition. And if he wants to succeed, he has to make sure that his food tastes better than all of the other people's foods. So he brings back momos, which are basically like fried or steamed dumplings. And he tells Jenny, we need to make ours better so that the customers choose our momos over everybody else's momos. But I'm thinking, how the hell are you going to make momos when you don't have running water? How are you going to fit a stove or an oven or pretty much anything? I really don't know. Their space is so small. Jenny thinks that their coffee machine, because they're going to get this fancy schmancy stainless steel coffee machine that none of the other cafes own, and she feels like that's going to be their selling point, which could be true. But again, they don't have running water. Now, Sumit's family comes to visit the cafe to see how it's going. They're pumped. They're excited. It's their first time seeing the space. And they're like, is this it? They're appalled. They're like, there's no space.
स्पेस बहुत छोटा है.
Why would you pick the space? Oh, but it looked a lot bigger before they started building the walls. Well, you should have told us. You should have called us. You should have brought us here for us to look at. We could have told you that the space wouldn't have worked. And now Sumit starts stressing out. He's like, oh no, we poured half of our life savings into this space. I already paid the first month's rent. I already put the security deposit in. But the owner did tell me a couple days ago that there is a new space that just opened up. And it's way bigger. But if we take it, we lose all the money that we put into this place. And they're like, let's just look at it. What have we got to lose? So they walk on over. They look at the space. It is a lot bigger and there is plumbing, so they're able to get running water. But it's in the corner. It's separated from the food court and there's not a lot of foot traffic in that area. So they're like, okay, what if we lose all the customers because nobody's going to see us and they're all going to be in that food court? So that's a huge downside. And so now the family's trying to decide like which space to go with. And they decide to go with their original space to be in the food court. Plus they put in all that money that they can't get back. So it doesn't make sense. You guys know what I mean.
I don't know how long I can live with his parents.
आगे देखते हैं.
What would you guys have chosen? I would have chosen the space that is bigger with the running water because they have 90 Day Fiancé. I feel like Sumit is somewhat of like a D+ celebrity over there, and he could use that to market. I mean, they have a huge Instagram following. They can promote, they can market their cafe. People will find them. So I would choose the running water in the bigger space over the teeny tiny space with no running water. With the original space, they're planning on obtaining water and bringing it back to the cafe, and then they're gonna go somewhere else to wash the dishes. That sounds like a nightmare to me. That's so bad. And how are they gonna serve food? They can barely fit like a refrigerator in there. I mean, oh God, I really don't know, but I can't wait to find out. Moving on to Johnny and Chloe. When Johnny climbed up the rope with just his hands, and he did it so effortlessly, I was impressed. I enjoyed it very much. He's the main entertainer on that pirate ship where people party, they dance, they drink, and it sounds like a really fun effing job that I would never want to quit if I were a guy. To be in the beautiful ocean all day, the turquoise water, the good vibes, girls in bikinis, lots of booze and music. Damn, sounds like an F-boy's dream. So Chloe and Johnny met on a pirate boat and hung out and hooked up. And then when Chloe was about to leave, she was like, so I want to see you again. And he's like, yeah, sure. Thinking that, you know, he's never going to see her again. But they actually kept in touch and she came back to see him. And the rest is history.
I really like Chloe's presence. I like being around her. And, you know, things got serious. Little by little, it got more and more serious.
But because Johnny loves Aruba, he does not want to leave. He cannot imagine his life anywhere else. They agreed that Chloe would move to him. Johnny checks his phone and sees a million missed text messages and calls from Chloe. She's a very jealous girl, so jealous that he had to give her access to his location at all times, his passwords to everything, and even access to his at-home security cameras. She watches them throughout the day. Whenever she's bored, she's like, I wonder what Johnny's up to. Flip. She opens the cameras and makes sure that he's not doing anything that he's not supposed to. And when she can't see him, she calls him to make sure that he's not hiding somewhere cheating on her.
I'm trying my best to gain that trust, but she makes it impossible. I gave her access to everything.
Chloe has a hard time accepting Johnny's job because he's around alcohol and girls in bikinis all day, and his job kind of entails that he has to flirt. But it doesn't seem like she's the only one with trust issues because when she was sleeping, he took her phone one day and found out that she was texting another guy schmexually.
Of course, she was lying to me.
God, this is such a toxic relationship. I don't know how a long distance relationship could be this toxic. And I think it's hilarious Chloe keeps saying that she's leaving her financial security, but let's be real, her mom is going to be sending her all the money that she needs and more. And honestly, she's not really leaving anything behind. She's not really risking anything. I feel like she's just going on another vacation, except this time it's longer. As soon as something goes wrong, she can come right back. She has a place to stay. She has a job waiting for her. She's not really risking that much.
I just want to see if she's mature enough and ready for that, you know?
Bonjour, je m'appelle Potato. Enchanté. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir?
Bonjour, mademoiselle. Jour.
Manon kicks Sarah out of her house after she exposed to everyone what she said to her in confidence when she was going through a very tough time in her marriage. And Manon's like, I love your brother. I did everything I could for him. And Sarah's like, yeah, but when you said you wanted a divorce, how can I not be worried? And even the dad is like, Sarah, stop it. Let it go. Let it go. Can't hold back anymore. Let it go. Let it go. Turn away and slam the door, Sarah. The fact that both of her parents are telling her to stop kind of tells me that she's probably dramatic, like her sister-in-law, and she probably stirs shit up, and it's probably not the first time she's done this. Anthony's like, can we please just get along? We don't have a lot of time left before we move. So everyone agrees, let's end the night and reflect.
I want to spend more time with you guys because we are leaving, but we just have to sit on it and reflect.
Sarah in her interview says she doesn't understand why she's moving. It's happening so fast. But Sarah, it's not for you to understand. Now, I tried putting myself in Sarah's shoes. If my sister's husband told me in confidence that he's miserable and they might get a divorce, like, of course, I'd side with my sister first. Of course, I would give my sister a heads up, but I wouldn't do it in front of the family and in front of cameras and make it a big deal. I would absolutely pull them aside and be like, hey, what's going on? Like, why are you guys moving? So it's not like I don't understand Sarah at all. I just would have gone about it in a different way. After Sarah leaves their house, Manon is super upset. She cries about the way dinner ended. That's not how she wanted it to go. Anthony validates her feelings and says everybody is on her side about this. And he supports her even though, like, deep down inside, he's taken aback that she confided in his sister about that. And it's not just his sister, it's his twin sister.
She is my twin. It may have made my sister feel uncomfortable. Like, I want to divorce your brother. I don't think we're compatible. I would be uncomfortable.
I really like Anthony and Manon so far, and I do think she could support her husband a little bit more. For example, when she freaked out when he said that he felt like a solo parent, I mean, why couldn't she just validate his feelings? That's how he felt. You know, but she got so defensive and she immediately went to, well, I'm a solo provider. And it's like, okay, that doesn't really solve anything because he is trying to relate to you and express how he feels. And now you're making it a not so safe space for him to truly express his feelings. So that's something that I wish she kind of would validate and just like be more open to listening. Ooh. Sorry, my lip. But first, they're packing up all their stuff to move out, and apparently Anthony's family visited one last time, and Sarah apologized.
Love you, buddy.
Love you too.
Thanks for letting us stay here.
Manon's feeling anxious, going back to the place with very painful memories. She never wanted to go back. And she makes the comment to Anthony, like, I thought I was coming to America to never go back to France and then I found a man to take me back to the place I never thought I was going to go back to.
I promised myself 10 years ago when I first moved to LA, that's it. You're gonna stay here, you're gonna make it work. And now I'm moving back to a country that I said I never would, ever.
And I get it was a joke, but like it was kind of a badly timed joke. You know what I mean? Like, and she also says that she's a sugar mama and she's the one who makes things happen, which I don't know, it kind of seemed like an indirect or like a backhanded joke. I don't know. Did anyone else get those feelings? Like, I get she's joking. But then at the same time, if the jokes bothered him, I feel like he would have said something, right? But then maybe he doesn't because he knows how she's going to react. She might have that loud reaction and it might just like lead into another I don't know. So Manon tells Anthony she loves him. She doesn't resent him for the close bond that he has with their son. And when she looks at him, she's actually so thankful and she realizes how lucky she is to have him. And so I thought that was a very sweet moment of her to like let him know how much she appreciates him. But then the car conversation happens. They butt heads again in another car ride where they have very different views of money and success. And they definitely butt heads over this because they do have very different views. They handle money. They view money very differently. She is highly, highly anxious. She has the scarcity mindset from her upbringing and her past trauma, which absolutely is valid. And he doesn't seem to really care much. He doesn't seem to need much. I don't think maybe he hasn't struggled financially in life. He's always had what he had, and he doesn't view money the same. He doesn't see it as he doesn't need much. And it's not that she needs a lot, but if she doesn't have a lot, she immediately goes into emergency mode. She cannot feel comfortable.
I want a few things, yes, like just a house and a happy, stable life.
But I see it as you won't be happy unless you have those
Look,
things.
so what's wrong with that? I'll work for it and I'll make it happen, okay?
They definitely need a therapist. I feel like she needs a therapy on her own for her financial trauma, and then they need a couples therapist because they need help communicating.
Value money and success wildly differently.
They have different forms of communication. She starts unleashing. She gets very defensive and she just like, everything comes out. And he probably feels so overwhelmed and he doesn't want to escalate things. And he can't express how he feels because she's going to be upset.
He was with you since I was like 2 months postpartum. Do you see the sacrifice I made also for you guys? You don't give a about that?
Wow.
Yeah, right? You talk about me? Very nice, bro. Wow. solo parenting while I've been doing solo providing.
Lastly, we have Luke and Madeleine. And Madeleine is looking for apartments because Luke is finally moving to Colombia. And it's so funny seeing her walk out in this businessy outfit with her hair in a French twist with glasses. She looks, well, actually, was she wearing glasses? I don't know. Maybe I'm making that up. But she looked like she was playing dress up. And she goes to this apartment. It is super big, super nice. She absolutely loves this.
¿Cómo les parece? Me encanta, la verdad. Me encanta esa reacción.
But then we find out this isn't an apartment for her and Luke. It's actually an investment property that she wants to buy for her with her own money. She wants to renovate it and rent it out.
I want to buy my own apartment with my own money as investment for myself.
So this is going to be her business plan. So it kind of sounds like she took a page out of Luke's book, except it's a better page and she's smarter. Like, who knew she would be way better in business than Luke? Now, I don't know if it's going to be profitable. I don't know if it's going to thrive, but we're just going to have to wait and see. But I love how Madeleine's like, Luke sucks with money. He's made so many bad Let me try to do her voice. Luke sucks with money. He's so bad with investment. I can't do her voice. I have to practice. But yeah, she basically says he's made so many bad investments. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's lost so much money. And basically the only thing that's profitable and making them money is her beauty business, her beauty bar.
Hizo las gafas, hizo la joyería, amor. Pues la verdad, en ese momento el único negocio que está dando dinero es my beauty.
She refuses to get dragged down with him, and she's going to make sure that she makes something of herself so that she does not need him.
Amor, si sabe que yo vivo en la calle, si sabe que yo vengo desde nada, no lo necesito.
Oh, she is a lot smarter than I gave her credit for. Go, Madeleine. It's your birthday. Let's party like it's your birthday. We learn a little bit about her backstory. Her mom had her when she was only 16 and they struggled financially. Her mom was always working many jobs trying to provide for her and her brother. Now her friend tries to dissuade her from getting married to Luke. She's so young, she's beautiful, she's smart, she can do way better than Luke. But Madeleine says she loves Luke. He has her heart, so she's gonna marry him.
Es algo que yo siento acá. Yo siento las mariposas en el estómago. A mí nada me hace feliz más que eso.
Okay, and then we learn something new. Luke was caught talking to another girl from Colombia.
Oh, saving me like you esposito. He say he only did it because I don't giving him sufficient attention. And it's my fault? What the
What? So because of that, they're having trust issues, and Luke's friends decide to throw him a bachelor party, which Madeleine told him specifically not to have because she did not want to have any strippers. But don't worry, it's just a bachelor's party with booze and a bunch of his friends. Oh wait, nope. They ordered a stripper.
Oh man, put the crown on, Luke.
And all his friends were taking pictures and videos, probably so that they could post it on social media so that Madeleine can see them and break up with him because his friends don't want him to get married. His friends do not want him to move. And then we have Greta and her cat. She's 27 from Oklahoma. She just graduated law school and passed the bar. She loves her cat. She's obsessed with her cat. And her cat is basically her child. And I can't talk any shit because I have a fur child and I get it.
She's like, you're the best, mama.
She loves animals, so she wanted to work in animal law. I don't know how lucrative that is, but okay. She's also a vegan, and she's dating Matthew, 26, from England. He's a finance nerd. They met on a vegan dating app. That is so funny. After dating for about a year and a half, he proposed.
Are you serious?
And she's moving to England for him because he has a great job there and he's super close with his family. And they're actually going to live with his parents until they find a place of their own. Yikes. We find out that she can't bring her cat with her because Matthew's parents already have a cat and a dog, and Greta's cat can't be around other animals. Oh my God, that's so heartbreaking.
Goodbye to her.
So her friends are going to keep her cat until they find a place of their own, and then she can bring her cat Hazel back ASAP. And then we learned she can't even practice law in England.
I won't be seeing my friends or my family. I won't be able to practice law in England until I get properly licensed there.
Oh my gosh, she's giving up a lot for Matthew. I couldn't do that. I couldn't. But then at the same time, I'm very close with my family and they live here. And we learn about her family. She has a very traumatic family history. So basically her mom died when she was 5 years old, and she basically had an evil stepmom who didn't like her and made it clear that she didn't like her, and the families didn't blend well. And so she made herself as small as possible so that she didn't cause any trouble. And as soon as she could, she left.
The families did not mesh well. There were a lot of conflict. I felt like my stepmom didn't really want me to exist.
Super, super sad. Greta and her friends get together one last time to do arts and craft before she moves. We learn that she's highly, highly, highly anxious. And because of her family trauma, she is very uncomfortable in family settings. She doesn't know how to act. She doesn't know how to get along with them.
I don't know how to enter in a room and make small talk. And I feel like I really lack the skill set necessary to live with a family.
And she's very anxious about living with Matthew's family because of that. She doesn't know if their relationship is going to survive. Will he still want to be together after living all together with his family and her?
So I hope that when we move in together, everything will fall into place because I love him and I really want that happily ever after with Matthew.
Anyway, that's it for this recap. I'm going to go. I don't know if you guys could tell, but in the middle of this recap, I just lost all my energy. My energy just completely suddenly depleted, and it was really hard for me to talk. Yeah, so that's it for this recap. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening, and I love you guys, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.